Hey guys, Tom here. Welcome back to the Underground and welcome back to the Classic Cocktail Clash. Another good matchup for you today. We're going back to the drinking round. But before we get into that, it's results time. The last couple of drinks we did, if you recall, we did, I think I'll take them in order, because I think match 3 was the Paloma and the Mojito. This was really surprising because both are really good. Both are incredibly refreshing. And I had my ideas of where this was going to go. I knew the one that I liked, but I wasn't sure that was going to win. But we had the Paloma, which was tequila, grapefruit juice, lime, against the quintessential Mojito, which is rum, sweetened with some mint, some lime, and then some soda water. Matched up, I enjoyed them both, and surprisingly, this round, the winner was the Paloma. People just seem to like the simplicity. You're not involved with all the mint. I mean, this is not a, hey, which is the easiest drink to make? But there's something about just pouring some refreshing soda in with a spirit and drinking it, and it was really good. And that seemed to be the verdict. People liked it. It was simple, it was refreshing, and it was just good. Next matchup number 4, we had the milk punch versus the pina colada. That was in the creamy bracket, and again, both real good. A matchup of drinks that people really know in the pina colada versus one they might not be too familiar with in the milk punch. Milk punch was bourbon, milk, some spices, little, was it vanilla? I think there was a splash of vanilla in that, a little sugar. Basically, it was kind of like an eggless eggnog, but with milk, not cream, versus the pina colada. We all know the pina colada, rum, pineapple, cream and coconut, and shake it up, whiz it up, whatever you want to do, and that's your drink. Again, 2 really good drinks. Put it out to a vote. I knew the one that I liked. I sampled what everybody else liked. And in another upset, the milk punch takes it. I was stunned. I thought the pina colada was going to go far in this competition, but you never know what people like. So there you have it, folks. The results of the last 2 that we did. So today, and I promise, I just noticed, I'm going to try not to say so a lot. I realize I do it, but I'm going to try not to do it because it's annoying to me when I'm watching this, so hopefully it's not too annoying to you guys. Anyway, so I'll just say anyway, okay? We're going back to the drinking bracket. We had the first round of the drinking bracket was the Godfather versus Stinger. Godfather took it. What we have left is the Americano versus the Boulevardier. These are 2 drinks that are very similar. They have similar ingredients, so that's kind of why I matched them up together. Originally, in that bracket, it was split. But since they were so similar, I decided to put them together and see which one we like better. Got to get right into it because we got a lot to cover. First, I'm going to make the Boulevardier, if I can find my notes. You know I have notes because there's a story for all these drinks. Boulevardier goes back to around 1920 in Paris. It was made up by a guy, it was credited to anyway, by a guy named Erskine Gwynn. Now, Boulevardier is loosely translated, it means man about town. And Erskine Gwynn was the publisher of this magazine called Boulevardier, which was a magazine catered for Americans living in Paris at the time. And then it found its way into the cocktail book Barflies and Cocktails, and this guy who wrote that book, Harry McLowen, if I pronounced that right, I probably didn't. He used to go to Erskine Gwynn's bar and you know, he got the drink, liked it, put it in his book, and the rest, as they say, is history. So the Boulevardier is a simple drink. It's basically, it's very, it's closely related to a Negroni, if you've ever had a Negroni, which is, the main flavoring in that drink is Campari. Now, I'll be honest with you, I have never in my life had Campari. It kind of smells medicinal, so we'll see how it goes. So what we need to do is, we need some ice. There's some ice. And it calls for, now you can use rum or bourbon. And then when I was researching this, they said don't cheap out on, did I say rum? No. You can use bourbon or rye. Some people, rye is a little spicier whiskey than bourbon. So I'm going to use bourbon. I like bourbon, although I've recently discovered that I like rye too, so who's to say? But it's going to call for bourbon. I got some bourbon here, about 1.25 ounces. That was 1.5 ounces because who's to say what 1.25 ounces is? And then this Campari, which is very interesting to me. Now the ice is going to drop in the fridge. 1 ounce of Campari. Campari, if you've never had it, is like a bitter, is a bitter drink, kind of like medicinal. I don't know. We'll discuss it one day maybe. And then, now that the ice is done, sweet vermouth. 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. You all know vermouth, it's a fortified wine from Italy. And then that's it. We need a spoon. Give her a little stir. And then it goes in a rock glass with some fresh ice. Calls for an orange twist. I did not have any oranges on hand today, so I'm just going to put a lemon in there just for some color. A little stir stick. And there is our first drink, today's cocktail clash, the Boulevardier. Next is a drink called the Americano. Now this drink is cool because I'm going to tell you some trivia about this drink. This drink, this isn't the trivia, this is the history. This drink was first served at some guy named Campari's bar. This is Gaspari Campari in Milan, Italy. And it goes back to around, I had a date in here. It's pre-1950s. But it was basically called the Americano because it became popular for American tourists. Now here's the trivia. The Americano was the first ever drink ordered by James Bond. You all think James Bond's famous for martinis and then later the Vesper. I don't think he ever ordered one in a movie, but in the 1953 book, Casino Royale, this was the first drink he ever ordered. So that is a little bit of history or trivia if you ever play trivia and you are asked about that question. Very simple drink. 1.5 ounces of Campari. And then the same amount of sweet vermouth. Now you can see why I put these together because they're very similar in ingredients. And then this one does not have, this has some sparkling water. Top that off with sparkling water. Give it a little stir. Again, calls for orange, which I don't have, so I'm going to use lemon. And I think a straw would be appropriate because it's a tall drink. And there's drink number 2 today in the Classic Cocktail Clash. The first ever drink ordered by James Bond, the Americano. Now is the very important time of this competition where we are set for ready, drink. We got to taste these. I will tell you right now, I've never had either one of these because, like I said earlier, I have never in my life had Campari. Now we are going to see together what this is all about. So this is the Boulevardier. Again, it's it's Bourbon, Campari, sweet vermouth. So it's kind of like almost like a kind of Manhattanish. Definitely, it's definitely boozy. So I can see why it's in the boozy bracket. Campari certainly has a bite to it. We'll have to see about that one. Let's try the Americano. Cheers. I would say Campari is a very acquired taste because it's bitter. But I know right away which one I think I'm leaning towards. With the club soda in that one and without the whiskey, this one is a little more subtle. Where the Boulevardier, is just kind of like boom right in your face. There you have it, guys. The last preliminary matchup in the drinking round, the Boulevardier versus the Americano. So you got to try them. Let me know what you think. Like I said, the strategy we do: you go out with your friend, significant other, spouse. You order both drinks, you try each one, and you decide which one you like. Then you come back, you vote down below in the comments, or when the sizzle reel is up on Instagram, you can vote there or an X or whatever, or you can just give me a shout out, whatever you want to do. Let me know which one you vote for, and we'll tell you in the upcoming episodes, which you want to make sure you see. If you've missed any of these, there's a playlist with all the Classic Clash matchups. You can check those out. But come back and see it. This is going to take us a while. We got a lot of matchups to do, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you subscribe. If you like this kind of thing, give it a thumbs up. And when you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so when a new matchup or anything else comes along, a taste test, a happy hour, restaurant drinks, drinks of the world, we do all kind of stuff here. We have a good time. So come back and see us all the time. You'll have fun, we have fun, and we'll have fun together. That's it, guys. I'm going to drink these drinks. Come back and see us for the next Classic Cocktail matchup. If you're so inclined, you can leave us a tip. There's a way to do that. You don't have to. We're just glad that you come and see us. And until the next time we get together, remember, you're going to drink. Drink like a pirate. And I'll save one of these seats in the bar just for you.